What is going on, my YouTube friends? Good morning. Well, we've had some rain, man. It's flooding everywhere here in Michigan. Lower part of Michigan anyhow. Upper part, I think, got some snow. But, man, they got bridges and roads and basements. Everything's flooded. I'm glad I don't have a basement. Whew, my neighbor, his basement's flooded. Oh, my goodness. What a mess. What a mess. What a mess. But anyhow, we tried to start the Miata the other day. You've seen that video. And after I couldn't get it to run, it would run for like a second, kind of like it's running out of gas. So what happens is that it was filling up the injectors, and then the injectors would fire long enough to run what gas that was in it out. So I wasn't getting enough fuel pressure. So what I did, I found out that the gas gauge isn't working and stuff like that. So I went ahead and I pulled the fuel pump out that I bought. It was a new fuel pump, and it just wasn't getting enough pressure. It was only getting like about 10 pounds of pressure, and that's not enough to run the engine, the injectors. So I took the fuel pump out, and I took it back to the store and got my money back. And I just bought a whole new system. So that way, I just replaced the whole thing. That way the gas gauge will start working, and it's got a fuel pump and everything on it. So I paid like $95 from it off eBay. So he guarantees it to work. You know what I mean? So as long as it works, I'm happy. So let's take a look and see what I took out. This whole unit, it's just rusty bad, you know, and underneath here. So I just went ahead and I just bought another one. Like I said, I got the whole unit for $95 with the fuel pump and everything on it. I took the fuel pump off, the new one, and I sent it back. So that way, make sure we have a good unit, sending unit and everything for the fuel gauge and a good fuel pump, and that way we can get it going. But is what I really think is what happened was there is a O-ring that goes into here, because that's where the fuel pump goes in right there. So I think that O-ring was kind of off. So it was allowing air to get in there. So that's why I wasn't getting the pressure that I needed. Now, I'm not for sure, but that's what I'm thinking. But I just took the unit out and took it back to the store, because I'm not going to keep putting this in and out to find out that the fuel pump is actually really bad. So I just took it out and took it back to the store. I did, like I said, I bought the whole unit for $95. If you go buy a fuel pump, the fuel pump's $60 by itself. So I think I got a pretty good deal on it. People wanted anywhere from $100 to, you know, $130 for these whole units. But I needed for the gas gauge to work, so I bought the whole unit. But I got it for $95. So he guarantees it for 30 days and says everything works good, and it looks a lot better than mine. So hopefully that'll work. So hopefully we can get little Mr. Miata going here next week, because that's when I'll get the parts. Once I get that, I get installed. It only takes a few minutes to put it in there and plug it up, so it don't take long at all. We will get this thing started and then work on the clutch, put some fluids in the clutch, and hopefully we can drive her out of the garage, because we need to get to work on Mr. Fairmont. You know what I mean? I haven't touched it, and this is my goal of getting this going so I can sell it and get money for this. So we can get working on Mr. Fairmont. Like I said, I bought a lot of parts for this car. So the Fairmont, I bought a lot of parts for this too. But the guy across the street, he bought a radiator for his car. I took Yosh over to his Mustang with a big black Chevy in it. He bought let me turn this around here. So the neighbor across the street that has the race car, big black Mustang, he bought a radiator for it. So he goes out and he buys this really nice aluminum radiator for $125, free delivery. He got it off eBay too. And nice radiator. And he calls me up and he says, hey, you want to buy this radiator for the Fairmont? Because of I can't use it. I bought a radiator for a '92 Mustang, not thinking that I had a big black Chevy in it, and it needs a different hose setup. So I'm going to go across the street. I'm going to go ahead and buy it off of them. That way I got it. I really don't need it. It's going to be a while before I need it, but I'll have it. So it's for a manual shift. I am not planning on using the cooler and a radiator anyhow. I will do a external cooler for the transmission because I'm going with automatic. He's got automatic in his car too. So yeah, we'll get it together and get her done. So, all right, guys. Hey, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for watching. And I might be back. Yeah, as I said, I might be back, so here I am. It's funny how you can put these videos together like this, you know what I'm saying? But anyhow, we got the taillight for the Miata, you know, the one I put a hole in with the four-wheeler. Good job, buddy. Good job. But anyhow, I got that, and I did go across the street and get the radiator. So let's take a look at this taillight right quick, and then I'll get you a picture of that radiator. Ooh, it's pretty. I'm not going to need it anytime soon, but at least I'll have it. Here's the taillight. So I got the taillight in there. And the other one, I got a hole right there. And the other one was a much cleaner, prettier taillight. But, hey, you know, some dummy ran his four-wheeler in it and put a hole in it. Yeah, that was me. But I had fun doing it, right? So, anyhow, I got the taillight. We're going to get that put in. I don't know, maybe sometime today. I got the grandkids. They're in the house. I hear them hollering and screaming at each other. So something's going on in there. Woohoo! I just hope they don't burn my house down. And I did. I went over and got the radiator. It's right over there. I will insert a picture of it right here. Well, those were pictures off his... I stole them off his internet. Just don't tell Troy, which I'm sure he'll probably be watching this video. But anyhow, that's the radiator. It's a nice radiator. It's a really well-built radiator. Back in the day, a radiator like that would have cost you probably $300, you know. So I'll be going with electric fans. I'll be going with electric water pump and all that anyhow. So, guys, hey, I appreciate you stopping and taking a look and see what's going on here. Hopefully we'll get this Miata together here next week. Keep your fingers crossed, you know what I mean? Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was this Miata. Guys, thanks for watching. Oh, and all my new subscribers, welcome. Welcome to my channel, and I appreciate you subscribing. All my old subscribers, I love you just the same. Guys, have a great rest of your day.